In today's video, we're going to be talking about two charging stations for the PlayStation 5. So I wanted to just compare the Sony version versus a cheaper option. So I went with a NexiGo option, which is a little bit cheaper and is very similar in features. So do you need to buy the PlayStation option, or is it okay to save some money to buy the cheaper option? Let's talk about these two products and see which one you may want to buy. So both of these designs are very similar. They both, connect into the front, into the bottom of the controller itself. A complaint that you will see about the Sony option is that it is a little bit difficult to get into the right position to charge the controller. I definitely find that this is a little bit of an issue. That generally takes about an extra second to find where the controller goes, and the NexiGo option is a little bit easier and it kind of just falls more into place. Again, it's not really that big of a deal breaker for me. I feel like once you find where it fits, then you kind of just get used to putting the controller back into where it should be. As soon as the controller makes contact with the charging station, you will see it light up and you will know right away if it is actually charging. So you can actually mistake, and if you don't look for the LED lights, you might put it in, you might think that it is charging, and to come back very frustrated when the controller doesn't turn on because it's dead. That is one of the biggest downfalls of the PlayStation option, where some of these other options are definitely a little bit easier to get into place and make sure that the controller is charging right away. Now, another thing that I was kind of a little bit skeptical of when it comes to these chargers in general, I don't know if it's going to affect the battery life of the controller. Now, some people say that fully charges the battery and then it drains the battery a little bit so then it can keep charging the battery, and some people say that this may affect performance of the battery itself. Like if you're constantly draining the battery and putting it back, then it might decrease the longevity of the controller. So I'm not too sure still on this if it is going to affect the longevity of the controller. It's nice to have a controller always that it is full battery and ready to go. The DualSense in general, although Sony did make a good improvement from the last generation on the PlayStation 4. You do see some, it does go by quick. So if you have been waiting to get a PlayStation controller charger, then I definitely recommend that you go with either one. And unfortunately, you're going to have to find another outlet to plug in your charging station. This isn't a big deal for me, but I do find myself, having a lot of cords and clutter in the back of the console area, and it's nice to have a nice clean area when you are gaming, and especially if it's in the living room and everyone sees it, you don't want to see a pile of cords. Both of these are good options and there really isn't much else to talk about them. Let me know what you guys think about charging docks. Do you have either the PlayStation or NexiGo or another one? Leave a comment down in the comment section below which one you have or which one you're thinking about getting. So when it comes to answering the question, which one is better, it's definitely difficult, but if I were to pick, I would choose the PlayStation option because I do like the look a little bit better. I just feel like it's a little bit better, but isn't that hard to find where the controller fits. As you use the controller more and more, it does become easier and it really isn't that big of a deal. What I do like about the NexiGo option is that it comes in different colors. For me, just black is the way to go. I think it looks a lot better and it makes my setup look nicer. And if you can save some money, you can save an extra 10 bucks by going the other option, and it's definitely worth it. Either way, you should definitely pick up a charging dock. For some reason, it just took me forever to buy one. I was like, I don't need one. I can just save my money. It makes life so much easier when you have a controller ready to go and you don't have to worry about, is it charged? How charged is it? How much time do I have before I need to charge? Things like that. Definitely look into these options or other ones because there are so many different options. There really is an excuse not to have a controller ready to go so you can have fun. If you like console gaming and you want to see other content, hit that like button or subscribe and watch this video right here.